She thought she was just inheriting an old, forgotten house. But when she stepped into the basement, her world stopped. What Nicole found was so horrifying, she could barely dial 911. And what the police uncovered, no one could have imagined. Nicole Hensley hadn't seen her grandfather in decades. There were old family arguments, and over time, they lost touch. So when she got the news that he had passed away, and that she had inherited his house, it came as a shock. The house was in the U.S., tucked away in a quiet, rural area. Nicole returned home unsure of what she'd find. When she arrived, the house was just what she expected. Old, dusty, and falling apart. But the land, it was still worth something. She wondered if it could be fixed up. Maybe even sold. She walked through the creaky halls, brushing off cobwebs and broken memories. Then she heard it, a strange noise. From below. It sounded like scratching. Maybe whimpering. Nervous, Nicole opened the old basement door. The air was cold. The steps groaned beneath her feet. She turned on her phone flashlight, and what she saw made her freeze. Cages. So many cages. And inside them, dogs. Weak, dirty, starving. Some could barely lift their heads. Others stared at her with scared, tired eyes. Nicole's heart dropped. She stumbled backward, ran up the stairs, and called the police, with shaking hands. Tears rolled down her face as she waited outside, still trying to understand what she had just seen. When the police arrived, they were just as shocked. At first, it seemed like Nicole's grandfather had been keeping the dogs, but soon the truth came out. Criminals had been using the abandoned house to hide bait dogs. Poor, helpless animals used to train dogs for illegal dog fights. Because the property was so far from town, it was the perfect hiding place for their cruelty. They had broken in and turned the basement into a secret prison for these dogs. Nicole's visit had unknowingly uncovered a nightmare. Thanks to her discovery, police were able to track down the people responsible and shut down their operation. The dogs were rescued. They got food, medical care, and a second chance at life. Nicole never expected this when she returned home. She thought she was just claiming an inheritance, but instead she became a hero. If she hadn't gone to that house, those animals might have suffered in silence forever. Sometimes life brings us back to places we've tried to forget. But maybe it's because we're meant to bring light to the darkest corners. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to My Tears, where every story is real and every tear tells the truth.